Hello guys, it's Video Psych here. It's been too long since I made my last video. This year hasn't been as productive on this channel as I had hoped. But, at least I'm getting my life together. And as you can see, there's a bunch of trash in the background, bags and stuff. I'm sorry about that. I've been cleaning and I'm incredibly busy, by the way. But without further ado, let's talk about what I'm going to talk about. So, you guys might have noticed that I sometimes disagree with my crowd when they say negative things about Real Doll, for instance. And the reason why I do not say negative things, or should I say not so many negative things about Real Doll, is because of the fact that they are actually a honest company for the most part. They are an honest company that gives you the product when you pay for it, is a high quality product, etc. And yet, for some reason, there are so many people that say negative things about Real Doll. And you know, I've already kind of talked about that before and the reasons why. And the fact of the matter is that lots of times people can get jealous, whether it's because I have a Real Doll or some other people have a Real Doll and they don't, or because of the fact that it's a steep price tag, and because they can't afford it and they're trying to bring down the price even by possibly saying negative things about it, etc., which is of course not just going to happen. Hey there. But I also don't say so many negative things about women either. I have, of course, talked about things in my past videos that I've talked about women doing negative things to me. And there are women that I don't like, but am I going to just throw every woman under the bus just because of what a group of women did to me a long time ago? No, of course not. Am I going to throw all women under the bus because of, let's say, my ex? No, of course not. And when I've talked about, being able to live a different life, I, of course, don't mean things like, oh, you could just do what you want and just not take any responsibility in your life. And I mean, technically, you can do that. We do have free will here. But, you know, there are many other countries that try to, I would say, kind of take away free will. They don't have their right of free will in other countries. They don't have their right to choose what kind of job they want. They don't have the right to just sit around on their fat ass and just watch TV until their bank account goes dry, you know. And even if they do something like this, they can either be killed for it, they can be imprisoned for it. Just like in this country, if you are found to be in self-defense of killing somebody, like if they're trying to kill you, then you can actually be freed from going to prison. But in some countries, even if you're defending yourself and they know that you're defending yourself, they will be sending you to prison either way. But of course, moving on from that fact, the point is, the reason why I don't say these things is because, well, let me ask you guys something. Would you like to feel good on the long term before feeling bad again? Or would you like to feel good on the short term before feeling bad again over and over and over again, like a deadly cycle? I mean, it's your choice. I mean, we all react differently to things. You might want to feel good on the short term and just go through that cycle of getting angry and sad and happy. And some people, quite frankly, seem to like that because they use that like it's a drug, you see? And let's say I say something bad about Real Doll on this channel. Well, I'm going to have a bunch of griefers and shit on my channel then, is what's going to happen. And also, a lot of, if I start saying bad things about women, well, obviously, a lot of women aren't going to like me on my channel, and they're probably not going to watch me unless they're going to put me on some presentation somewhere of what to not be like or something like that. So on the short term, I would be getting subscribers, but on the long term, that would really fuck me up, right? You see, I'm the kind of person that thinks on the long term. And, you know, I of course do, watch certain types of videos to feel good and to be entertained, but I don't just watch videos just only for the sake of feeling good. I mean, let's say, for instance, if somebody said a lie about something just to make themselves feel better, like saying something that's not true about Real Doll per se, because they're just a shit like that, and are just looking to get more subscribers and haters, etc., to build up their subscriber count on their channel. You know, I long term, I just don't see how that would actually work. Now, there may be ways you can get people to get angry to make them watch your videos. Some people have, in a way, become successful, but only when they do it a certain way. If you just keep on just saying stuff that isn't true, people eventually do stop watching your videos, for instance. And that, and the fact that I actually do also want to help people, I want to share facts with them. I don't want to lie to people, but if for any reason I do say something that isn't true, I go back and I redo it. I say, okay, I learned that this is actually what the true thing is, because I don't want to give out misinformation, and getting misinformation sometimes is kind of what happens to everybody. It happens to all of us. It's very difficult not to get misinformation. And so, while me saying some bad things about Real Doll is going to make Love Doll owners feel good on the short term, on the long term, the harsh reality is going to come in when they go out that door of their house and they're going to see the fact that not everything is good. Well, another thing about that is that while not everything is good in life, we can also overcome it and everything will be fine in the end. And so let's say something outrageous happens and Real Doll brings down their prices by $1,000. Well, the reality is that you're still not able to afford it. Well, let's say they bring it down by another thousand. Let's say they bring it down to, let's say, $4,000 to $5,000 per doll, no more. Well, the reality is that it's still a steep price for a Love Doll, and there's a chance that you still don't want to spend that much on a Love Doll. And they probably would never be able to bring down their prices that low. I mean, at least for now, until the demand goes down. You see, Real Doll is not only a name, but there's also a demand factor with their Love Dolls, and which is part of the reason why their Love Dolls are so expensive. And of course, I've heard their excuses over the internet as to why their dolls are expensive. And, it does kind of sound like it's bullshit, but the reality is that's just how business is. And this is how business works. I hate the fact that Real Dolls are so damn expensive and that you might have to save a year or two just to get one. But that's just reality. But, there's so many things in reality that are just so damn expensive. Besides, of course, Love Dolls, like, for instance, McLarens. I would love to be able to afford a McLaren and drive it out for a day and have fun with it. But the reality is, I'm not able to. And they make so many special editions of McLarens. The P1 version, the F1 versions of the McLaren are very good versions per se. And I'd love to be able to afford them, but I just can't until I somehow manage to find the funds to buy something like that and be able to have fun with it, and then get bored with it and then buy a new one, and then get bored with that car and then buy a new one. But yeah, when I got my Real Doll, I had to wait 8 months to get it. They said it was like a maximum of like 6 months of wait time to get my Real Doll, but I had to wait almost 8 months to get my Real Doll. And so somebody waiting a year, yeah, sounds about right to me, depending on how backed up they are on orders. But yeah, it really does suck that you have to wait so damn long to, for a product like that. But that's just how it is for now. It used to only be 3 months that you had to wait for a real doll, but now you have to wait 6 to 8 months or more. It's just crazy. But anyway, I'll just end this video here. Of course, you guys want to talk more about it, etc. Just put your, instant messages down or whatever. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.